Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounce it to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.
Welcome to Touchdowns and Tailgates, powered by the Fairfield Auto Group. Hard to believe we're heading into Week 10, Coach.
Woo.
Season in the books. Millionaires have been playing better. Give me a quick overview of your team here, heading into the big Hazelton game. Paul Bowe, Rich Salonis will be up there. Looking forward to seeing Coach Cruz, they tell me.
Man, listen, it's good to be seen. But we are coming back from the emergency room, and we're getting some discharges, and we're getting healthy again. This is going to be an exciting Friday. I think the boys are ready. We know Hazelton will be ready. Listen, I may get ejected again just so I can watch the live stream myself.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. And we support you right back. And I don't want to say anything to get you in trouble, but I'm a big believer in supporting your team and your players. And there's sometimes a coach just got to do what a coach got to do.
Well, yeah, every time, from time to time, we got to dip our toe into the deep end. And unfortunately, this time, I not only put my toe in, I got my whole body in it. But I will do it again in defense of my team.
And I think that's why your players love playing for you, and why you're building the program you are here at Williamsport. And I don't want to lighten the fact that obviously you know you did something and there should be a punishment. However, there's a time when a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Man, listen, I walked into Williamsport a man, I'm going to walk out a man. And anybody who has a problem with that, that's on them. I do what I do for my team, for their parents, for their families, and anybody in the town who supports what we're about. I apologize if it didn't look well, but the intentions were good. And, the road to hell was paved with it, so I'm going to see some of y'all somewhere.
And I got to give you an indeed on that.
Yes, indeed.
So, hey, let's move on from that, other than I will say you were missed within the coaching community, within the broadcasting community. I got a lot of questions about Coach Cruz, and I kept tight-lipped because that's your. But you were missed, and we'll let it like that.
Well, thank you.
Your team, most importantly.
Yes.
Sometimes a coach takes a technical foul, and it does his team well. Your team has responded very well to what happened in the past weeks.
They responded well because of the assistants that I have and that have been working with them all season. Coach Brown and the guys against Valley West, you saw what they did. And even Saturday, we were able to be in the position that we were in because unlike our opponent, we didn't have to take timeouts because we only had 9 guys on the field, or we didn't like the look we were in. So when it came down to money time, we had 3 timeouts. So we were able to take one before the big touchdown play. We were able to take another one to set up our Hail Mary defense, and we still had one in our pocket in case we needed to do something else. So that just doesn't happen because we're lucky. That happens because Coach Brown, Coach McCabe, Coach Ross, Coach Steele, Coach Senners, Coach McClements, Coach Rogers, Coach North, Coach Kreiner, Coach Bowman, Coach Moore, Coach Lundy, Coach Forker, because they've done their job so our boys can do their jobs.
Absolutely, and the buses are rolling in. We found a dry spot. We've been blessed with great weather. The question everybody wants to know, what do you got to do to beat Hazelton? Set yourself up for a nice district championship run.
Do you want the easy answer or the hard answer?
I want the honest answer. I want the Coach Cruz answer.
So listen, score more points, plain and simple. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's 2-0, 3-0, 5-0, or if we've had. This is going to be a great game because we've had games where there have been 14-7s. We've also had 64 to 62s. So this is going to be a great game. We both have the league championship on the line. We both have a possible #1 district seeding on the line. And there's also just regular old civic pride on the line.
Absolutely.
My town is better than your town in football.
Absolutely. So, hey, we got Jimmy Webb's going to come in with some players. We got
right.
Doc Massey coming in a little bit to give us
right.
the overview of district playoffs. I'll let you get to practice. Great as always talking to you.
I got to get to detention first, then we'll go to practice.
They put you in detention on top of everything? Commercial break, we'll be right back.
Last year changed so many things. and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
We're live at Williamsport High School with the Millionaires. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Elijah Frierson, cornerback and wide receiver.
Joel Filippa, right tackle.
Dates Blaine, defensive tackle and center.
All right, so this is for all of you. It's hard to believe we're 10 games into the season already. Talk to us about, you're all seniors here, your favorite senior memory, and it can be from any season.
Well, my favorite senior memory was when I was a freshman and I got my first start at corners. Took that position, at a young age. It was really nice.
Definitely the first pancake of the season. I enjoyed that.
Celebrating with my teammates after my first sack this season.
So 10 games, long time, long careers. What give one person a shout out throughout your whole career that made you the football player you are today?
Oh, I would like to thank my brother because he helped me start all the way as a young age, going through Pop Warner and coming up to the age I am now, and even got me back into football when I took some time off. And he just got me all the way to get back to where I am now.
I can relate to that. I taught my brother everything he knows about football too. So.
Person I'm gonna give a shout out to is Travis Johnson. He's not from this school, but he's from Montorzo, and he was one of my biggest role models.
I'd like to shout out everyone that I grew up playing football with. Charles Cruz, Elijah, Joel now. They all helped me become a better football player.
So we're going into a Hazleton championship game. Talk us through your mentality knowing you have a championship game, but then you have to regroup right after that and get ready for playoffs.
We just gotta go in hard, stay focused the whole week and get through practice, because we gotta get prepared.
It's definitely going to be a challenge, but it's going to be quite a fun time.
We just got to focus on Hazleton first, then focus on championships right after, and then everything else will be a breeze.
So you heard it here from the Millionaires. They're ready for Hazleton. We'll be right back with more touchdowns and tailgates.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
And we're back with Doc Massey, Williamsport Sun-Gazette. Great to see you, Doc.
It's good to be here.
Heading into week 10, flew by.
Hard to believe.
So let's get right into what everybody wants to know. We'll start with the single A level. Give us an overview of the upcoming district playoffs. I know we have a week left.
Yeah. Canton and Muncie, they look like they're on a collision course to play each other. Muncie's number 2 in the state, Canton number 4. Montgomery's the wild card sitting at number 3 there. They'll probably play Muncie in a rematch of the old shoe in the semifinals. That'll be a battle. Canton either gets Bucktail or a bye. They're going to the final.
They're going to the final. And I got to give a shout out. Great win by Montgomery and Coach Diggs over Coneski Valley. That was clutch.
That was exciting to watch. And they're the wild card. They played Muncie tough, but all indications are Canton and Muncie are headed for kind of an epic district final.
That gets us to Double A, which is the Southern Columbia Invitational.
Exactly. And it looks like Mount Carmel's the only team that can compete with them. Mount Carmel has a huge offensive line. They're huge on defense. So I think they can hang with them. I don't think they can beat them. Other than that, South Williamsport and Wellsboro, I think, is looking like they're on a collision course for a first-round matchup. The only determination there is where it's going to be. That's going to come down to a calculator if both win on Friday night. And that'll be an exciting game. Wellsboro beat them by 10 the first time, but I like South's chances the second time around.
South getting better like Coach Eisworth teams do as the year goes on.
Yeah.
Triple A, which there's a lot up in the air, correct?
Yeah. Just about everything's up in the air there. 7 teams in the field. Danville's a top seed right now. Montour 2, Loyal Sock 3. But Danville plays Southern Columbia on Friday. Montour plays Selinsgrove, so those are 2 big underdogs going in there. Loyal Sock has Warrior Run. Sock could move up to 1. Danville could hold. Montoursville could pull the upset and get the 1. There's a lot going into play there. If it plays out the way I think it does, I think Sock and Montour will be the 2 and the 3, and they could be set up for a semifinal matchup potentially, which for which I would love.
We love
I'm
when
sure
they
you
play
would
a
love
couple.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Loyal Sack, we talked last week. Touchdowns and tailgates, 3 games in 8 days, and they play Warrior Run this Friday. So it looks like they're going to get their 3rd win in 8 days.
They should. I mean, they should win that pretty handily, and they're getting hot at the right time. And if they're blocking well up front, they've got so many skill position players that are so dynamic that they can be pretty tough to stop. They could be a nightmare matchup.
Absolutely, and that gets us up to 4A. We're going to leave here and go up and see Coach Gravish.
Yeah, I mean, they've clinched the #1 seed already, 9-0, having another great season despite losing. I think they lost all about 4 or 5 starters from last year, but they're rolling. Selinsgrove's to 2. 3 and 4 is interesting. Mifflinburg is 4 right now, but if they beat Lewisburg and Shamokin loses to Mount Carmel, I think they move up to 3 and Shamokin would drop to 4. Lewisburg plays Mifflinburg, so that could come down to a calculator if they pull the upset. But I think Mifflinburg's the wild card in that they're playing great right now. They got the leading passer in District 4 and Troy Dressler. That would be an interesting matchup for Jersey Shore, but I think it comes down to Shore and Selinsgrove ultimately.
And I'll give you credit. You hit Mifflinburg on the head earlier in the year. You told me they had a couple guys not playing, that they were a lot better team than they started out.
Yeah.
They've proven Doc Massey right.
Yeah, sometimes you throw enough darts up there, so you get one that lands. But yeah, they're a good young team too. So I think that's a team that's going to be them, Selinsgrove and Shore for the next few years will be a battle.
Excellent. And 5A, obviously, we have nobody to enter.
Yeah.
Unless
We have Central Mountain and Lock Haven, but
I'm
for
sorry, we do have
around
Central.
here.
I forget they're 5A now.
Yeah.
Central Mountain already in. What's their fate look like?
It looks like they'll play Hollidaysburg in a rematch of last year's final, and I think that's a coin toss game. But that's a program that's on its way up.
We have Central Mountain and Jersey Shore. I call that the backyard brawl coming up on Weekly Live this week, and that'll be a nice ball game.
Yep.
And that gets us to 6A. We have Williamsport this week. Good matchup. Hazelden, sort of playoff start right now for Williamsport this week, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Wyoming Valley Conference championship. They're both undefeated in the league. So, yeah, I mean, it's a championship game before what they hope is a district championship run. And if they win, they get the top seed, which would get them a bye into the final because it's a 3-team field. So, a lot to play for Williamsport. And, again, they're getting healthy at the right time. And that was a big win against Wilkes-Barre. They're starting to pick it up at the right time.
Tremendous win. And again, they take care of business. Hazleton at home, they get that bye,
Yeah.
get an extra week, and it sort of flips last year, right? Last year they had to play the first round game.
Yeah, last year there was only 2.
There was only 2, that's right.
Well, no, you're right, there was 3, and they only had to play the 1 because Altoona played State College.
Altoona played State College. Oh, so it'll be a repeat.
So it'll be the repeat, yeah, if they win. And
So
it's a lot easier to just have to win 1 game than 2. So
everything that's happened, Williamsport's right where they need to be.
Yeah, they've had a lot of adversity, more injuries than I think anybody's had in this area, and they're still standing and they're playing well. So yeah, everything they want to accomplish is in front of them. So a lot to play for, a lot to be excited about.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to get out of here and head to Jersey Shore. Great seeing you Friday night. Where are you at?
I think I'm going to be at Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, so hopefully we have you on at halftime.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you for everything you do with local coverage. Doc
pleasure.
Massey, Williamsport Sun Gazette, the best sports writer in the state. Commercial break. We'll catch you up in Jersey Shore.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
We're in a rainy Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. We've been blessed by good weather until now, Coach Tom Gravish, huh?
Yeah, we don't mind it. We always say if it's too wet for them, it's just right for us. We always come outside, and guys like getting a little mud on their uniforms, and hey, you might play in it, might play this way Friday night, so we're prepping for it.
You Bulldogs, Bulldog tough. You know us Loyal Sock guys are soft. we like the turf and the nice weather.
Maybe I don't know. I think guys at Loyal Sock are pretty tough too.
I'm just kidding. Hey, 9-0 Bulldogs. Enjoy watching you play it. Webb Weekly Live. We're going to have Central Mountain coming to town this Friday night. great matchup, great game. They've come a long way. My question I always ask you, what do the Bulldogs have to do to come up with a win?
We think that we dictate, how we're going to play. We have to bring our A-plus game. We know Central Mountain, they're well coached, have great players, great quarterback, great tailback, linemen, great assistant coaches, great defense, and great special teams. So, hey, we have to bring our A-plus game. We have to take care of what we do. If we do that, I think we'll be in great shape. More so, we got to, come out with the right intensity that we've played, other weeks with, and play with, Bulldog ball for 48 minutes.
And I love the way your program, I love to hear the kids talk, and we're going to get a couple on here, but I love the week by week, win the week.
Right.
And it's such an important thing, especially in high school football where there's so many variables and you don't have an 85-man roster to work with.
Right. We just, kind of encourage the guys to, enjoy the week, enjoy every day of practice, enjoy every day, enjoy the process, love the process. Don't put any pressure on yourselves. Everybody's always been wanting us to talk about this game, the other game, this rivalry, the end of the season kind of stuff. And hey, let's just enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy 1 week at a time, go 1-0 this week. Try to win. Right now we're out here trying to win Tuesday. And then from win Tuesday, then if we can win Tuesday, and then we'll go to the next day and the day after that. And if we're successful and we have a great week of practice, we strongly believe we'll play well on Friday.
And I'm sure the place will be packed and be rocking. And then heading into this, I won't get ahead though, we'll just talk about this week. Tell me about Thompson Street Stadium on a Friday night.
I always tell the guys, and say it every Friday about 5 or 10 times, and during the week about 50, but there's no better place to play on a Friday night than Thompson Street Stadium. And we have a special crowd, we have great fans, but unfortunately they're not going to make any blocks or tackles for us. We got to do that, and we got to make the plays. It's only the 11 out there playing, 11 guys out there representing our town, Jersey Shore, and one team, one heartbeat. We feel if we do that and focus on what we have to do, we'll have a chance to win the game.
Well, good luck Friday night, and I always ask you, shout out to anybody?
I'd say shout out to all the players in our booster club for what they do, our administration, what Serena does, our high school administration, the overall school board administration. Everybody allows us to coach, and the coaches coach. The players play. Shout out to the players and assistant coaches, everybody working in our organizations doing what they need to do.
Well, as always, thanks for having us, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Jimmy Webb will have a couple Bulldogs and then talk about the upcoming ball game.
All right, we're live from Jersey Shore in the rain. The Bulldogs are still practicing. I'll let these two introduce themselves.
My name's Connor Davis, tight end and D end.
Carter Peacock, linebacker, and I'm a senior.
So guys, talk to us a little bit going into the last week of the season, having a chance to be undefeated. Doesn't get much better than that, but there's bigger things to come, so just talk to us a little about that.
No, it doesn't get much better than that, going 9-0, being undefeated, but it won't feel as good going 9-1, so we got to be 10-0 at the end of this week, and that's all we're really focused on. What we did earlier in the year, going 9-0, it's what we should have done, so we just want to be 1-0 at the end of this week.
Connor, what do you have to add?
That's about it. Just keep going 1-0 at the end of each week and going to the state championship and winning it.
Awesome. So week after week, I see your name in the paper or tweets from Massey. Your defense is playing great. Talk to us about how you made the transition to D-end and being one of the best D-ends in the state.
Just keep working hard and outside containment and squeezing the line down and just working hard each week and every week and going 1-0.
Awesome. How about you?
Just bringing the wood, being really physical, and I think that carries throughout our whole entire defense. If one player's being physical, now another player's being physical, now the whole team around us is just being physical. So that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're going for.
Awesome. So 10th week of the season, a lot of games, a lot of people helping you out. Give a shout out to someone that helped you get to this point.
I'll give a shout out to my dad for always coming to all the games and helping me work out and stuff.
Awesome. Connor, are we going to shout out Maddie or no?
We should, but
no.
no.
All right, who are we shouting
probably
out?
Coach Jackson, just for getting me this far and getting me to work harder at D-end each and every week.
That's it from Jersey Shore. We're heading on to Central Mountain for touchdowns at Tailgates.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
We're on the beautiful turf field of Don Malinak Stadium here. Central Mountain coach Shannon Manning. Good to see you, Coach.
You too.
It's been a few weeks since we were up here.
Yeah, it's been about a month and a half, hasn't it?
Yeah, but hey, I've loved watching your season unfold. Obviously, 6-3. I think you could have had a couple of those.
Yeah,
But
we
we'll
had some
play
close
here.
ones. Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple plays here and there, and we were right in the Williamsport game, and Mifflinburg game, we weren't in that from the get-go. We didn't give ourselves much of a chance, but we've had every opportunity.
But great job in your first season
Thanks.
and starting out. And obviously, you're not new to the game, but here at Central Mountain, I mean, this is outstanding winningest record since they moved here. Is that correct?
I think they had a 7-win season the first year.
Okay.
Something like that. Then they've had a couple of 6-win seasons.
But still fantastic. Anyway, big ball game this week. You're heading down. We just came from down there, Jersey Shore. Give me an overview. Wildcats, Bulldogs, Cats and Dogs.
Yeah, well, it's the last week of the season. There's a lot always riding on it. For them, it's an undefeated season. For us, a 7-win season to tie the school's best would be, that's big. But every week ends up being the biggest, as you know.
Absolutely.
You're like, well, it's a rivalry game. Yeah, I know, but every week ends up being equally big because in that moment, that's where you're at.
Sure, and we talk about, week to week, everybody wants to go to week. I forget sometimes you're 5A. I still think in 6. But you have opportunity at 5A this year. Let's talk a little bit about after this week.
We qualify for the playoffs, so we'll
Right.
definitely be in the District 6 playoffs. I assume we'll be playing Hollidaysburg.
That's what I...
Yeah, there's no destination or anything set
nothing
yet, so
like that.
everything's unknown at this
So,
point. Yeah.
again, obviously, great season, big rivalry game. We need to give a game. Is there a name to Jersey Shore and Central Mountain? That needs like the backyard brawl or...
Yeah, I don't think it has anything
It doesn't
currently,
have
but
anything
no,
currently.
no, I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
But and then on to the playoffs. Give a shout out to some of your players that you could compliment on. Last time we were here, we talked about most improved and how there's a lot of kids, but give me a few kids that have really exceeded your expectations.
Well, Rocco Serafini has really stepped in as a sophomore, and he's been put in some really tough spots for us, both offensively and particularly defensively. He's really responded well. Connor Foltz, another sophomore, stepped in and has helped us out quite a bit. And obviously, Brett and Ryan, I mean, they've done a nice job. We've weathered some tremendous injuries, and they've been season-ending type injuries. So we've weathered it. We've still had success, and the kids are still putting down a lot of hard work.
And that's always good to hear. Key to beating the Bulldogs?
We cannot have turnovers, and obviously you can't allow the no-huddle run off the field.
And they like to the old get as many plays in as they can, and that gets rolling. That's the key is not to let it get going, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's definitely the key. The other thing is I think it's a little bit different. I'm hoping it's a little bit different playing at week 1 versus week 10.
Right.
Week 1, I know we've played Jersey Shore in the past, and that's very, very, very difficult week 1 because you don't really get that. You can't just get into week 1 has its own challenges, let alone preparing for a no huddle. But we don't play a lot of no huddle throughout the season, so it's still going to have its own challenges. Sure. I'm hoping the kids respond to it. We made some things to hopefully allow us to be where we need to be with the ball snap.
And I'll let you get back to practice here. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I probably my wife who puts up with this all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm never home, never around, so she tolerates it all the time. I'm never there. My girls don't see me, so yeah.
Your family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
People don't understand how tough of a grind that is on a high school football coach.
Yeah. You've been here since August, and there's a lot of nights we don't leave here till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Get home, it's 9:30, quarter to 10. I leave the house at 6:20. A lot of times my kids aren't up when I leave, and they're in bed when I get home. So people forget about that aspect of it as well.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you get back to your
Thank you.
team so you can get home to your wife and kids.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. Jimmy Webb will have a few of the Wildcats, and good luck on Friday
Awesome.
night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Commercial break. We'll be right back.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
All right, we're back at Central Mountain with Rocco Serafini. How's it going, Rocco?
I'm good.
rainy day, still getting the practice in, big week ahead, so talk to us. 9-0 Jersey Shore, what's the plan?
I think the game plan stays consistent every week. Obviously, we're going and trying to compete our hardest, and at the end of the night, hopefully leave with a win.
Yep, and it's been sophomore year, so you're still young, but talk to us 10 weeks into the season. How do you think it's gone so far?
I definitely think it was a great step towards Coach Manning's goal of changing the culture. You know, Central Mountain hasn't always been great at football, but I think this year we have done pretty well compared to our past years. And
yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome seeing the turnaround. Now, give us a shout out to someone who you owe your success on the field this year too.
It's got to be the coaching staff, like Coach Manning, Coach Baumgartner, and Coach Hale, and as well as the assistants like Coach Shuey and Coach Hall. They give us all the resources we need to be competitive and win every week.
Awesome. So, the toughest question: what's one song you listen to get ready for the games? Friday night against Jersey Shore. What are you listening to?
It's got to be Dreams and Nightmares for me.
Awesome. That's one that gets picked a lot. Well, that's it with Rocco. We'll have another Central Mountain player right after the break.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
And at Central Mountain with Garrick Hendricks, a big defensive lineman, we're talking. Tell us about your favorite senior memory.
My favorite senior memory was beating Shamokin 35-34.
Awesome. That's a good one to have, and changing the program around. Now give us a shout out, someone you owe your success this season to.
I'm going to shout out my old 8th grade coach, Coach Temple. He's the one that got me into football.
Awesome. And then Friday night, big game, 9-0 Jersey Shore Bulldogs. What song are you going to listen to get ready to smack some heads?
Dreams and Nightmares by me.
That's a good one. That's what we're always go to. That's it with Garrett. We'll be right back. All right, we're back at Central Mountain with Ryan Pence. How's it going, Ryan?
No, that's good.
So I talked to Rocco a little bit. Big game coming up, 9-0 Jersey Shore. What's the key for the Wildcats to come out with a win?
The key is just go in, don't think about their record. We don't care how many games they've won. We just have to go in and play with all-out effort.
So we talked to Rocco, young guy, sophomore. You're a senior. How talk to us about the memory of this season as compared to prior seasons and coming out with a new coach.
Oh, it's been great. The coaching staff has been awesome. They've done so much stuff for us, and it's great to come in and just from going in from last year and this year, just coming in, changing the program, and showing the community that we know how to play football. And
awesome. So give us one shout out, someone that you owe your football success to.
I got a shout out to my dad. He's always helped me with everything, and I think I've got my athletic genes from him. So
awesome. And then give us a song Friday night before the Bulldog game you're going to listen to get you ready.
Probably Middle Child by J. Cole.
Awesome. Well, that's it from Central Mountain. Catch all the games this week on Webb Weekly Live.
Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounce it to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.
Are you ready for some football? Webb Weekly Live is bringing you touchdowns and tailgates. Hear from local coaches and watch the best local athletes battle it out. Touchdowns and tailgates this Wednesday at 7 p.m. www.webbweeklylive.com.